quadrilaterals. See, quadrilaterals are geometrical figures having 4 angles, 4 sides. Okay, 4 angles and 4 sides. Mainly this thing. 4 angles and 4 sides. See, there are so many examples. You came across so many figures. 3 sides we call triangle. 4 side we call quadrilateral. 5 sides we say pentagon. 6 side hexagon. 7 sides heptagon, and your 8 sides you call octagon. Okay, now what I am trying to say, these numbers are number of sides, vertices and diagonals. Okay, vertices and diagonal. Clear? Okay, now from here, now some of the times from quadrilateral or some of the times from pentagon. After pentagon, everything called as polygons. Okay, so we will discuss this polygon deeply in our following chapters and questions too. Right now you understand what is mean by octagon. Octagon beta have 8 sides, 8 vertices. Vertices means these corners. Okay, these joining points. These joining points are called vertices. So in octagon we have 8 sides, 8 vertices and 20 diagonals. How many diagonals? 20 diagonals. Now I will make you know what is mean by diagonals. See, diagonals are the line segment just connecting to consecutive. See, one you will came to know consecutive, and one you will come to know non-consecutive. Consecutive means after one. Okay, so after one things are called consecutive. So when I am saying that we are joining non-consecutive vertices, that means we are not joining this one to this. If I am joining S to R, I will say I am joining the consecutive points, right? But if I join S to Q, then I will say I am joining non-consecutive points. Okay, so what are diagonals? Diagonals are the line segments when we join non-consecutive vertices of a polygon. See, this is a rectangle, a polygon. This is how many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 sides are called what? Tell me. They are called pentagons. Now one thing more importantly, what did you understand by convex polygon and concave polygon? Okay, now see, when I am discussing about convex polygon, I will say that no portion of its diagonals are lying in its exterior. Means see, when it is a closed surface, closed figure, there are points inside it and there are points outside it. Okay, so when I am saying that points are outside the closed figure, I will say it is an exterior point, right? I will call it an exterior point. And when the point is inside the closed figure, I will say what? I will say it is an exterior point, right? Interior point. Okay, when something inside the your closed figure, I will call it as an interior point. Now see, they are saying that I am drawing the diagonals, right? What are diagonals? Diagonals are just joining the non-consecutive vertices. So when I am joining this corner, see, none of the diagonal is going outside the figure. Is anyone is going outside the figure? No, they are not going outside the closed figure, right? So they are convex polygons. They are what? Convex polygon. Either you are seeing hexagon, either you are saying, if I am assuming this is a trapezium, or I just simply say it is a quadrilateral. This is also a rhombus, also a quadrilateral. This is a rectangle. This is what? How many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sides. That means which kind of polygon? Octagon. Very good. Octagon. So see, in octagon also none of the diagonals go outside. So what I will say, these all are called convex polygons. Okay, so in exam, in your examination, what they will ask, tell me which one is not the convex polygon, or tell me which one is the convex polygon. Clear? Now see, in the below diagram they are saying that concave polygon. Concave polygon means what? When I am talking about your diagonals, and these diagonals are lying outside, some of the portion of this diagonal is lying outside, means exterior to that body, we are calling it as a concave polygon. Okay, see this diagram. This is kind of your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and mostly in this we are taking prism or different kind of diagrams, right? So in this is, see, also a type of stars, right? We are drawing stars like this way only, na, all the sides, na. So here also the diagonal, this is also a diagonal, we are not joining the consecutive points, we are joining the non-consecutive points, right? So this is also but the diagonal are lying outside, some of the portion of the diagonal are lying outside the polygon, so they are the concave polygon. You got it? Now next is that regular polygon. What is regular polygon? Regular polygons means have a symmetrical figure. In a big words, if I'm saying, you will say that regular polygons are the polygons having symmetry. Okay, now when I'm saying deeply, I will say that a polygon that is equilateral and equiangular is called a regular polygon. Okay, equilateral and equiangular, these two are very important points for a regular polygon. See, this is a square, right? Square. This is also a polygon. This is a quadrilateral also. Okay, and polygon of four sides. Polygon of four sides, right? A square is also a rhombus. Okay, also a rhombus. So see, all the sides are equal and all the angles are equal, right? All the sides are equal and all the angles are equal. Now see, this is a what? 1 2 3 4 5, 5 sides. Which kind of polygon? 5 sides, which kind of polygon? Pentagon. So see, in this diagram, this pentagon have all the angles equal, all the angles are equal and all the sides are also equal, beta. Okay, now see, this is what? 6 sided. 6 sided are called what? Hexagon. So 6 sided are called hexagon, and in this all the sides are equal plus all the angles are equal. Okay, so they are the regular polygon. Now since they have the symmetry, all these diagrams have their symmetrical, they are all symmetrical. So there is a very important formula and we will use this formula in our many questions. Okay, in our many questions. What are these? They are saying that if I have a regular polygon whose each exterior angle has a measure x, okay, each exterior angles has a measure x, is like this way. The number of sides of a regular polygon whose each exterior angle measure x degree, then I have, this is called number of sides, beta. Number of sides. Okay, some of the times they will give you the number x value and they will ask how many sides, or some of the times they will give you number of sides and they will ask you the value of x. Okay, now next is your irregular polygon. Irregular polygon. See, what is mean by irregular polygon? Irregular polygon that nothing is equilateral, not equilateral and not equiangular. Both are things are irregular. See, this is also a pentagon, right? 1 2 3 4 5. This is also a pentagon. Pentagon. Okay, but remember one thing, only two sides are equal, only two sides are equal, and only this angle and this angle is equal. Okay, so when these two angles are only equal, what I will say that, what I will say, I will say that it is not a regular polygon, although it is a pentagon, but then also it is not a regular. Now see this one, this is also a hexagon, this is also a hexagon. Just right now above also we have seen an hexagon which is regular, but this is not regular because opposite sides are equal in this, only two, and these four are equal only. So these two angles are equal and these four angles are equal, but not all the are equal. Okay, so they are not a regular, that is a irregular. Okay, now see angle sum property. Angle sum property means all, see, when I am talking about the quadrilateral, when I am talking about quadrilateral, tell me how many angles are there in a quadrilateral? How many angles there are in quadrilateral? How many? How many, beta? 4. Okay, good. So when we have a quadrilateral, we have 4 angles. So there is a angle sum property. Okay, there is an angle sum property, and this property says when I sum all the angles of a quadrilateral, it must be equal to 360 degree. It must be equal to 360 degree. Just as in triangle, na? Triangle also we have angle sum property. What says that all the angles of a triangle are equal to what? How much? Are equal to your beta 180 degree. Okay, equal to 180 degree. For triangle, angle sum property tells that all angles equal to 180 degree. Similarly, for a quadrilateral, angle sum property says that all the sum of the angles are equal to 360 degree. Okay, I will show you the naming, how to name a quadrilateral. Suppose I am drawing just like this way a quadrilateral. Okay, so I have to name like this way, A, B, C, D in a regular matter. Consecutive vertices, we will travel in a consecutive. I can travel like this way also, I can travel like this way also, it doesn't matter, but I have to name them in a close, okay, in a consecutive cyclic manner only. Clear? Is this clear to you? Now moving to the next. See, Sum of the interior, see, always remember exterior and interior value. Suppose I am drawing this a triangle. Okay, now these angles are called interior beta. Why interior? Because they are inside the closed figure. But if I am talking about this angle, okay, this angle, then I will say it is an exterior angle. Exterior angle. Okay, why? Because it lies outside the closed figure. Similarly for polygons also, regular polygons also. Okay, interior angle. So when they are talking about interior angles, that means they are talking about these angles. Okay, these angles. So now see, I have a number of sides 3. So some angle property says that all the angles should be 180 degree. Now this is a square quadrilateral. So number of sides are 4. So the angle property says 2 into 180 degree is equal to 4 minus 2 into 180 degree. Okay, keep remember important table. We will use in our questionnaires. Important table you have to learn better. You have to learn. So next is 5. 5 means pentagon. We have 5 sides. So I will say 3 into 180 degree. 5 minus 2 into 180 degree. Okay. 5 minus 2 means number of sides minus 2 into 180 degree. Okay. Now next is your 4. Why? Because this is a this formula is always apply for your regular polygon. Keep in mind better. Always apply for your regular polygon. So I have, this is a hexagon having 6 sides. So 6 minus 2 into 180 degree, that means 4 into 180. So what is the general formula? See, I have written the general formula. The general, the sum of the interior angles of a polygon having n sides is equal to n minus 2 into 180 degree. Okay, n minus 2, or I can say n minus 2 into 2 into right angles, or 2n minus 4 right angles. But more importantly, more generally people use this formula, this format only. Okay, clear? Now see one more thing. This one, sum of the exterior angles of a polygon. Okay, so exterior angles of a polygon sum is always 360 degree. Always 360 degree. Clear? One more time, right? Now see, what I am saying, that it is a parallelogram, and in parallelogram I will say that they have the 4 sides. Opposite sides are parallel, but which property line? Only the diagonals bisect each other and the diagonals are equal. Okay, now see, these are the 4 triangles and they are the congruent. Not always, not always. In rhombus opposite sides are equal, uh, just like in your square. Okay, actually square copycat is your rhombus, and rectangle copycat is your parallelogram. Although that important is that in square and rectangle they have 90 degree, but not in rhombus and parallelogram. For rhombus, you will say that each diagonal bisect each other and they are perpendicular to each other. Only these two are necessary. For rectangle is the same, the diagonal bisect each other and the diagonals are equal. Okay, I know that these opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are equal, all the angles are 90 degree. These are the properties of the rectangle. Now next is the square. Square have all the sides are equal, all the angles are equal, all the sides are, means opposite sides are parallel to each other, but all the properties are lying, that the diagonal bisect each other, diagonal makes opposite pair of angles, diagonal divide the into 4 congruent triangles. See, I have, if I join these two diagonals, I will form a 4 congruent triangles. Okay, congruent triangles means everything is equal, either angle, either sides. Okay, now next is the diagonals are perpendicular to each other, diagonals are also equal, and they are equal by right bisector. Right bisector means they are making an angle 90 degree. Now for trapezium is only opposite sides are parallel, not equal, nothing kind of things working on trapezium. Kite as a quadrilateral, when I say, then they are bisecting each other and they are perpendicular each other, and they are mostly kite are those type of quadrilaterals having isosceles triangles, 2 isosceles triangles. Isosceles triangles means two sides are equal. Okay, yeah. Now it is okay, right? And one more thing I have told you, when in a diagram you are saying that these kind of vertical lines, that means they are equal, and if I show these kind of arrows, that means they are parallel. Okay, I told you, right? Question number 1, I told you how to name. So A, B, C and D. Now they are saying that altitude means from a vertex on the opposite sides we are drawing something perpendicular, right? We are drawing something perpendicular. So from the altitude to the side AB from D, so this will be your altitude, right? Wait, my diagram is not good that much. So this is your altitude. Now they are saying that angle A and angle B, angle A and angle B, what will be the values? What will be the values? Okay, now in this question what I will say you, that let I am supposing that AB is your A, the value of AB is your A. Now in rhombus what are the properties? All the sides are equal, diagonal bisects each other at 90 degree. So I will draw by another color and I will say that these are the diagonals beta, and these are the diagonal bisect each other at 90 degree. Now when I am saying that D is drawn altitude on AB, so it lands at the midpoint of AB. Okay, when I am drawing this, it should have to be land on your midpoint of AB. Okay, so the triangle ABD, ABD, we have AD is equal to BD is equal to AB. In the triangle ADB, in the triangle ADB, okay, what I will say, we have an isosceles triangle, we have an isosceles triangle. And this isosceles triangle having this side AB equal to your AD. Okay, and this is equal to your A value. This is equal to your A value. Also one thing more. What will be the more? Altitude bisects AB. And this altitude actually bisects AB. So in triangle ABD is also bisected. Right? So when this one is bisected, so your angle BAD, okay, this angle ABD, you understand? This one and this one is equal. So I will use the rhombus properties only here. Okay, I will use the rhombus property. And what the property is saying, that first property is diagonals bisect vertices. Diagonals bisects vertices. Okay, so suppose let one angle be x, so another angle will be 80 minus x. One angle is x, so another angle will be 180 minus x. So the seeing all the options, what you will think, that one will be 60 and another will be 120. Half by the diagonal. You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See the next question. Read the next question, beta.
The exterior angle of a regular polygon is 1/3 of its interior angle. How many sides of the polygon has?
The exterior angle of a regular polygon is 1/3 of the interior angle. Exterior angle and interior angle. How many sides of the polygon has? So what they are saying, 1/3, right? So I will say that let the interior angle be x. Interior angle be your x. Okay, so exterior angle will be how much according to the question? Exterior angle, your according to the question, it will be x by 3, right? It will be x by 3. So interior angle plus exterior angle is equal to your 180 degree. How much? 180 degree. So I have this x plus 3. So x plus x by 3 is nothing but 180 degree. So this implies that 4x by 3 is equal to 180 degree. So this implies that 4x is equal to how much? 540 degree. So this implies that my x value will be what? 540 by 4. 540 by 4. So I will get 1 on 4. How much? 3 times 12 and then 2 zeros, so 5 times. So I will have 3 and 3, 5 degree. Right? So my exterior angle will be how much? 180 degree minus x. That only we have assumes. That only we know that interior angle and exterior angle summation is 180 degree. So what I will have? 180 minus 135 is equal to 45 degree. And how many sides? So number of sides just right now we have done, that is 160 divided by exterior angle. So what I will have? 360 divided by 45 degree. So number of sides will be 8. And 8 is what? Octagon, right? 8 is what? Octagon. So your option will be B. Let's check option B. Okay? You got it, beta? Rhombus is bisecting all the diagonals at 90 degree, right? The number of sides of a regular polygon whose each exterior angle has a measure of 30 degree. Tell me which one it will be the answer. First, question number 4. See, this one is 90, so this one will be also 90 degree, right? So 90, 60, and 1, 2, 3, 4. They are 4 sided. four sided, so it will be a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral, all angles is 360 degree, right? So 90 plus 60 plus 70 plus x is equal to 360 degree, right? So x will be how much? 360 minus
220
220.
equal to 130.
So your it will be 130. So option number 4, right? Now see question number 7, beta. See question number 7. Very good. This is a concave, right? This is a concave because this diagonal is outside the figure, right? Outside the closed figure. That's why it is a concave. Now the ratio of the two sides of the parallelogram are 3:5 and its perimeter is 48 centimeter. Then the sides of the parallelogram are, what will be the sides of the parallelogram? In question number your 9, in the given figure, line RT is drawn parallel to SQ. Okay, RT is parallel to this. These two are actually parallel lines. Okay. Now next is they are saying that QPS 100. QPS, this one is your 100 degree, and PQS, this one is your 40 degree, and PSR entirely is your 85 degree, and QRS, this one entirely is your 70 degree. So they are asking which angle? QRT, they are asking about the outer angle, beta. Okay, they are asking about the outer angle. So it is very easy. Let's solve it.
When I solve this, my answer is coming as 45 degrees.
See, in your, what I will say that in your triangle QRS, okay, see, sum is your 180 degree, I know, and angle QRS is equal to your 70 degree, right? So your angle QSR is equal to your angle PSR is equal to 85 degree, because we have some parallel lines also, right? And moreover, angle QRS is plus your angle QSR is equal to 155 degree. 155 degree. Okay, so your angle RQS is equal to 180 degree minus 155 degree. Okay, so I have 25 degree. Now since RT is parallel to your SQ, alternate angles. So alternate angles. So it will be your 85 degree. So your option C will be right option. In this figure, this one is your parallel lines. So see, this one is forming a Z, na? So this one and this one are the alternate angles. Okay, so if you find this angle, you automatically find this angle, na? They are the interior alternate angles. Clear?
Yes.
चलो एक बार open करते हैं. In question number 16, Rohit has 6 wooden sticks and they want to join all of them. So 6 means hexagon, and they are joining all are equal, so it will be a regular hexagon, right? Regular hexagon. So I have n is equal to 6 only. Question number 16. So I have the formula, right? Internal angle or interior angle. So what it will be? It will be nothing but n minus 2 into 180 degree divided by n, right? So I have 6 minus 2 into 180 degree divided by 6. So 4 into 180 degree divided by 6, or I have 720 by 6, or I can write 120 degree. So option B will be correct. Okay.